Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Big Funk, thinking right in my living room, doing what I do for you in the wee hours of the morning. That's how I like it. Let's go. Right in 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message in the story for life. These are life lessons. I've been giving them, you receiving them. Good deal. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little better. Get that eye open. I'm just trying to let you know I see you. All right. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. And that's the question. Do you know you? Let's find out, because this is a question. Are you a person who knows not and knows not that they know not? You're foolish. I disregard you. Are you a person who knows not and knows that they know not? If you're simple, I could teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. Come on. A person who knows not and believe that they know, I will avoid you. You're dangerous. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. Most people are this time of morning, but I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I got the knowledge to wake you up with. Let's go. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Mayat be true. Yes, Mayat is a way of life. Adopt it, learn it, live it. It's the best way to go. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Today, right thinkers. You know I claim to be spiritual, not religious. So today, right thinkers, let's talk about what it means to be spiritual. Yes, I tell you all the time, I serve higher power. I'm in touch with my higher consciousness. That means I know myself. So let's talk about what it means to be spiritual. I see a lot of people perpetrating spirituality, and according to the Pinocchio theory, their nose are growing. I see a bunch of big nosed people. I'm going to keep bringing that to your attention because until you get right, I'm going to keep exposing you. Let's go. All right. I claim to be a spiritualist. I live a spiritual lifestyle and a master of spiritual knowledge that I have acquired. I've manifested it. I've learned it. I've mastered it. So, yes, I'm trying to teach it to those who want to learn it. That's it. I know the way to God. I want to teach others how to get to Him. That's my goal as a right thinking master and pushing my concepts. I want you to know God for yourself, not from what I tell you about it. I spend a lot of time studying, but I live my lessons to prove that I know what I study is real. Why? Because I use it, I employ it in my life daily. The lessons I give, I live. That's my point. I know myself as a spiritual being having a human experience. This life I control. This life I manifest the things I need for. The spirit that's in me, I need to understand who and where that comes from and what it is. That's okay. Everything is on the one. But if you don't have knowledge of self, if you don't know who God, whatever you want to call Him, is, of your understanding, of your knowledge, your capability to comprehend and understand, that's what God wants from you. You to know Him. To know Him is to love Him, serve Him, and obey Him. To claim Him don't mean nothing. He don't need fans. I tell you that. I am devoted to serving God of my understanding while I'm in the flesh. I'm doing the best I can in this body with the spirit that I'm enlightened with. So that's how I live. That's right thinking. Next one is God is spirit, nature, everything, but you have to have knowledge and being spiritually inclined and to understand living a spiritual life is godly. They call it righteous, whatever you want to call it, but you have to live it day by day. One day at a time. I hear people talking about, oh, I'm taking life one day at a time. Don't do that. We all are. You ain't no different. And it ain't going to go no different. I asked my man, he said, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Well, if you know another way, let me know, because we all doing the same thing as far as I'm concerned. So that's not a profound statement. I'm sorry. God is the spirit in us. You living right will bring it out. That's how it works. Same as you have God, you have you. They call it the devil. I understand it to be your ego, which is you. If you profess and serve your ego, all you doing is edging God out. I live God conscious. I live, serve God. So he's always there. If you don't have God on your mind and your mind on God, that's a you problem. Okay? You giving that other guy room, or you giving yourself room to take over and get in the driver's seat. Ego, get behind me. Satan, get behind me. Set, get behind me. Whatever it is, if it's not good, it should be behind you. God, you have to know him for yourself. Right thinking philosophy will get you to do just that. And after that, you're pretty much on your own to become the master of yourself with knowledge of God. I ain't saying being reborn. I ain't saying go. No, I'm just saying get knowledge of him, and you can change your life with that concept by doing the right thing based on what you know. My devotion to God is why I live a spiritual lifestyle. God is spirit. I live for my spirit. I live for the higher consciousness. Whatever you want to call it, however you want to view it, that's what I do. And if you choose to follow me, that's what you have to do. That's all. I use spiritual discipline, aka right thinking philosophy, to live my spiritual lifestyle on a day-to-day basis. I handle myself. I acquiesce to situations better. I'm dealing with situations better. So I'm growing personally for myself. I keep telling you, in life, I'm just a student. Right thinking, philosophical concepts, I am the master. So I know the difference between the two. I want you to understand that too. My knowledge makes living right easy. When you know thyself, you are in control of yourself with knowledge of self. Without those things, how can you claim to be a master of self and know thyself if you're ignorant to all these things? I'm just saying. Next one is having knowledge of self is spiritual knowledge. True knowledge is what you know about yourself, not about somebody else. I'm just saying. Let's go. The ancients knew God and left us the phrase, know thyself. The most profound phrase I can think of, and I've been studying, I've been learning a lot, but this one says it all. That's just my concept. With knowledge of self, I became my best when I practiced it on a daily basis. I got better. I'm doing it still. Why? I want to even get better. Preparing for greatness is you striving to be your best. That's all it is. Greatness is gauged by those who make it up, but I'm just being my best self. That's gauged by me. They're controlled by me. What other people think about that, that's their choice, their prerogative. I don't live for that. I live for me. All right, here you go. True knowledge, aka, again, self-knowledge of God aspects in you is what I teach so that you can actually live, become God-like within your life while on earth. I study daily because I'm a student of life first, learning how to live my best life so I can teach my students likewise. I have to be the one to do it. If I'm a teacher, I have to do it. I teach others what I know, and if they use it, they will know for themselves. That's my whole point. I can instruct you on what I know. I can do and show you what I do. But you have to mimic it, emulate it, and put it in practice for yourself. I'm doing pretty good. To know and love God is all spiritual and mental concepts that you can manifest for yourself in your own way and time. To believe in God is not nearly enough. You have to love and worship him, but you have to have knowledge of him. Belief of him is not knowledge of him. Knowing him is having knowledge of him. Because somebody tell you about him, because you read about him, if you're not enacting with him, you're still on the outside looking in. I'm just saying. You have to know who and what you claim to love and worship. Where is he? In you. Why he's there, what he's doing there, and how can you make that concept and understand it? I teach that. Okay? Knowing God for yourself is spiritual. Living right is showing it. When you know him, you should do by him. Acquiesce and do what you think he would want you to do. I'm obedient to God. If I work for you, I will be obedient to man. Other than that, I'm on my own accord. Okay? If you're ignorant, you will never know God for yourself. People can talk till you get blue in the face, me being one of them. If you don't have the wherewithal and the conscious and understanding and knowledge to comprehend these concepts and views, it's just a waste of time. Well, your time, because I'm just giving the message. I'm just a message bringer. If it's good or bad, it's not my fault. God is knowledge. Thinking is important to know him. It's a must to know God for yourself with the knowledge from you. Not what somebody told you, not what you read. If you had that but God moment when only your God that you understand got you through a situation that you were sure hoping you need some help, knowing that only if it got through, it had to be God. When that happens to you, that's called an epiphany or a calling, that if you don't answer the call to give him back his praise and worship, he won't bless you again. So those situations that we so glad that we got through, but those situations when we don't come through looking good, that's the blessing that you missed because something you did or didn't do. Understand that. Last one, preacher tune, let me wrap it up. Right thinking philosophy is a spiritual way of life, aka Maya. Living principles and moral codes that you set forth for yourself. It's over there on the wall, yeah, but I live by those codes every day. 20 years ago, I wasn't in the top 10. Now, I'm good to go. Change, understand it, and getting better. Greatness, prepare for it. Be your best. That's what it's all about. I live to please God daily, not just on Sunday. I don't just get ready on Sunday, all of a sudden nope. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even back on Sunday, I'm giving him his due all the time. If you a right thinker, follower, you want spiritual enlightenment. You want to have knowledge that you can live with. You can manifest things with knowledge of yourself. So you come and get your lessons, learn them, live them, and that's how it works. Process don't change for nobody. Right thinking philosophy is a spiritual way of life, and it's all predicated and devoted to God. Don't need religion. I just need spirituality and knowledge of what I need to be doing for my maker. Let's go. I'm a God devotee. I worship God with good deeds and doing what it is I need to do to help others to be them best selves. So I teach right thinking philosophy. That's my gift to God. To getting all those lost souls to find him for themselves. That's it. To walk in the spirit is what right thinking philosophy would teach you to do for you. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you. I'll be back. Stay tuned.